We back in the flesh again. New mentality, y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping back in with us. Got my main man Dozer, Prince of Cameroon.
All praises.
Me, Slim Woods. We back with another new mentality, y'all. We appreciate the love. We appreciate everybody that keeps tapping in. Please like, please subscribe, share it to your friends, your mama, your uncle, your best friend, your brother, sister, all of that. Please, let's get this new mentality word out, y'all. Um, how things been going, those? Everything been good?
Everything been pretty good, man. Everything pretty good. Can't complain.
That's what's up.
So, yeah.
Even if you did, it wouldn't change nothing at all.
It wouldn't.
Exactly. So we back, y'all. We got great topics here coming in today. Great topics. Our first topic of the day, we're gonna start with: is it still worth getting married? Being married, finding that one person to spend your life with, to share, to hold, to have. You know, that one person that you can confide in and go throughout life with. Is that really the mission that you want to be on when you're dealing with a woman? You know what I'm saying? Or you dealing with a man? You know. What you think about Dozer? What you think about that, man?
I still think it's important. I think that it's still worth it. Like, it's kind of strange because nowadays you see a lot of people talk about how marriage is not worth it. The divorce rates are high. Um, you know, people don't last long. There's a lot of issues. Like modern day dating and all that is way different from the past. But I still think it's important. I think the institution of marriage has kept a lot of people together, throughout generations. And you've seen what goes on in the streets. There's like there's no structure to it. There's no like cohesiveness. There's no unity. Like as far as dating, people don't have any like rules. People don't have any integrity. They're just doing whatever with whoever.
Just a free for all.
And and it's not what it's cooked up to be. Like, of course, you can choose to do what you want to do, but I think marriage, brings people together, and people who have two different mindsets or are doing their own thing, and they choose to willingly come together to get married. It puts them both on the same page and gives them like a goal for them to strive for. And also, it's good for the next generation to watch because the institution of marriage is a structure, and within that structure, a lot of people can put aside their differences and come together for one common purpose. I think that's very important nowadays in the dating world. So, as far as the option to, date multiple people or to find one person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, it shows, how important it is for the next generation to watch and how important it is to continue on with what the past generations have done because it's worked, So I think it is still important.
And I'm right there with you. Marriage is needed in our culture, in our communities. We have to keep that bond that we're still together and working together, and that's what holds families together. It's better for our children. It's better for us moving forward. It's what kept us all together in the past. Even in slavery, men and women were still trying to make sure they got married. You know what I'm saying? Had them a husband or wife, even if they were gonna be taken away and never even saw them again. So it's definitely held us together, like real love, really being committed to somebody, and it's important. Like I know we got into a time now where it's just cool to be single, and we look at celebrities' lives and people with money and envious of maybe their situations, but they got a whole different type of lifestyle, and they're in a position where it's hard for them to trust people, and it's hard for them to know who's really there for them. So they may kind of live more freely until they feel like they can, in a safe place, be able to meet someone and be able to settle down with that person and it be real. With the situation we in, us on the regular scale, living that regular lifestyle, I believe like we have a better shot at doing that, even though still a lot of dishonesty and disloyalness and things going on, hearts being broken, people not having a home to like a real home. Like it's a lot of people that's in a marriage or in a relationship and it's not home for them. Like it's become a business relationship, kind of like they just stand together for the money. Like so, we got to try to get away from the monetary wants and things, and that can't be the basis of your marriage. And I feel like that would the marriage got to have a great foundation. Your relationship got to have a great foundation. So when those bad times happen, that's what you can fall back on is that foundation. And that's what I've been learning from just failing in relationships. Not like I'm not speaking from a place where I'm in a perfect and happy marriage and been doing it for 15, 20 years. I've learned from my mistakes though and learned from others' mistakes. And I know that in the future I'll be able to do what I really want to do and just, be married and be with that one woman and just be able to have each other, and have that commitment. But and it's just gonna take going through stuff, dealing with stuff you don't want to deal with, all that type of stuff. Like, but I believe it's needed in our community. It's needed in the world. Like, it's very important for sure, for sure.
Also, too, um, one of the differences between the single life and marriage is that whenever things go bad, you can just up and leave. If you're single, if you're in dating somebody, there's no attachment, there's no um, like sense of like structure with that person as far as like long term. So you can just end everything right then and there. But with marriage, you took a covenant with somebody else. You've shared vows. You've put your time, energy, resource, money together. And there's more things that you guys have come together to do as a team versus the single life. So marriage is gonna force you to um, want to be better for yourself, want to be better for your spouse, want to be better for your children, your kids, your family. Everybody's watching because I think we live in a time where when things get hard, you just want to up and leave, or you just want to end everything. But marriage, in a sense, it forces you to really think that decision and try to work through it before ending it, because sometimes it's not worth ending. If you're going through something with somebody, maybe a conversation is all you need, maybe some sleep, maybe some time, but making that abrupt decision to leave like that is always the easy way out. And that's something you can do whenever you're single, of course, but whenever you're married, it's something that you got to think about some more. So I think marriage helps two people who otherwise would have been so free and comfortable just leaving, kind of work together and figure out the problems.
Yeah, give them a chance to grow together even more than you're responsible for each other. Like you're committed to each other.
Mm.
Yeah, man, we got to get back to it. Like for real, for real.
And then another thing is that the importance of legacy. As men, you want to leave your legacy. You want to leave something behind for your children, for your great grandchildren, and marriage keeps that together. Now, there's other different types of marriages. There's poly relationships. Different things that different choices that you can make as far as being with people. Um, but leaving your legacy with one woman and committing to, you know, creating a life and having somebody that you trust, to be part of that journey and doing something bigger than just you and that person, I think is very important. So having that legacy and being married, I think goes hand in hand, so it's very important.
It is facts. Like I'm big on that legacy part too, and it's just knowing what's for your life, man. Like we can't look at other people's lives and look at what's happened in the past and with our people and think that that's how our lives have to be. Like when you brought up Polly, it's like in the past, like for our people, it was may have been different. We can have 3, 4 wives, 4 or 5 wives, whatever. But like, I mean, it's just not. That don't mean that has to be a part of your life. That don't have to be your life. You got to know what's gonna be best for your life and make sure you run with that and don't be worried about what happened in the past. You got to stay in the moment and plan for your future and can't use nobody else's as your own. Like live in your reality, you know. And marriage is definitely a big part of that. So definitely feel like we need to make sure we keep getting married, stay married, and stay blessed. Love.